And now, the man who should really have custody of little Elion, it's snack time!
Today's snack is about phobias. And, I think that all of us have a phobia. And I think we all know what phobias are, right, Tom?
Oh, yes.
Tom has a phobia. And, some people are claustrophobic. They get really freaked out when they're closed in the tight spaces. Or some people have got arachnophobia. They're afraid of spiders. But Tom has a very different phobia. Tom, why don't you tell us what your phobia is? It's very unique.
Well, Terry, to tell the truth, I am phobic of little children eating. It really bothers me. The sight of them masticating their food and little bits of it kind of dripping down their chin and onto their plate, and then kind of playing with the food and picking it back up again after it's been on the table. That's really my phobia.
Tom, what is the age range of child that brings this phobic reaction out of you?
It's really bad. I'd say the younger they are, the worse it is. It extends up to about age 5 or so. When they get up to the point where they can actually eat like a human being with forks and knives and things like that, generally at that point, then I'm okay. But especially the younger ones, it's really bad.
Babies especially.
Oh, yes, definitely babies.
When they take their hands and they cram the food into their mouth, but they miss. They're crying. Does noise affect it?
Yeah. No, noise doesn't really bother me. But it's even bad when the parents are taking the little baby spoon and they're trying to, put the airplane in the hangar, but eventually the airplane slams into the side of the hangar and drips down.
Okay. What foods in particular might a child eat that would affect you?
Well, I think applesauce has got to be the worst. Applesauce is, already kind of this disgusting thing, this porridge, and when you put it in your mouth and when it comes out of your mouth, it's just horrible.
It's a goo.
Now, peanut butter and jelly are also bad because even let's say you have a slightly older child who's eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, some of it comes squirting out,
What foods might splatter more than others?
Well, the worst, of course, is spaghetti. Especially if you eat spaghetti with tomato sauce or meat sauce, and the kids pick up the spaghetti, and the spaghetti's hanging out of their mouth. It's like a tail coming out of their mouth, and they're moving around, and the little spaghetti, the sauce drops are getting all over them and all over the floor.
Well, Tom, maybe there should be an age range for children being allowed to eat spaghetti. If you were the king of the world, how old would a child have to be before you would let that child eat spaghetti?
Well, I don't think it's wrong for children to eat spaghetti as long as they're in an enclosed area where no one else can see them. As long as they're not at a restaurant or they're not on television. I think it should be like kind of pornography. It should be something that only happens behind closed doors.
Or smoking.
Yeah, smoking or, heroin.
Right.
Exactly. That's how I think it should be regulated.
Right. So you're not morally against children eating spaghetti, just in plain view of good, decent folk like yourself.
Exactly. I'm a libertarian at heart. I believe that everybody should have freedom, just not the freedom to gross other people out.
Tom, what lengths might you go to avoid watching a child eat, a disgusting little rabid child?
Well, the worst is, of course, in the real world. When, let's say, you go to a restaurant or something like that, and there's a little child. Of course, they'll be making little child noises, so it's not like they're going to be hiding or anything. And I try to go to the opposite end of the restaurant. Now, the worst part, though, is on television, because you could just be sitting there watching, a Gronsky and Company or the McNeil-Lehrer Report or whatever, and suddenly there'll be this commercial out of nowhere with little children eating.
What kind of noises might children eating make?
Well, again, it's not really the noise that bothers me so much. There might be a little kind of going on, but it's really the visual sight. I mean, the television could be turned all the way down. It would still bother me. Especially on like some of those channels, like Discovery Channel and things like that, they occasionally have shows about babies and things like that. And the worst is like maternity ward.
Our sources tell us that you actually have a problem with pregnant women. What is it about pregnant women? I mean, the children aren't even in clear view.
Well, Terry, it's rather embarrassing to admit to this, but I imagine there are little fetuses masticating inside them. I imagine the little fetuses just eating up the wonderful fluids that are inside pregnant women, and that disgusts me as well, and I feel really bad about it, but it's true. And then afterbirth. That's about afterbirth.
Oh!
Tom,
I don't want to hurt you, but this is for you, buddy.
Oh, Mommy, I'm hungry. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, Easter Bunny. I like my yummy Mommy. Mommy is good. Good, Mommy. I want